Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Couch Chronicles, where I myself, Alisha, sit down and talk with you guys about everything that's on my mind. And ooh, there's something on my mind. Won't somebody please? I'm messing with y'all. I cannot sing. I can only fake it for a very short period of time. But anyway, I got a few things I want to talk to you guys about. So I'm super excited to just sit down with y'all again with my food. Y'all know I'm always eating. Y'all, I'm such a fatty. I'm beyond a foodie. I'm a fatty at this point. But I love to just sit down and just eat and talk. It's when I'm most relaxed. So yeah, I got some grub here and we're gonna get into this episode of Couch Chronicles. I'll be going over the topics and then we gonna dig right in, y'all. Let's do it.
I taste just like candy.
Again, guys, these videos are not meant to be mukbangs, but I usually just tend to decide to shoot them around when I'm getting ready to eat something good, because that's just when I feel most relaxed. Like, I just love food, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure I'm not alone in that. But what I'm munching on today is it's called senior fish, and it's just basically some seafood in like a garlic butter sauce. It's like shrimp, scallops, fish, and it's so bomb, y'all. And it also came with a salad, which I have that. I think I'm gonna take that to work with me tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna dig in this. Today I wanted to talk to you guys. Last episode I talked to y'all about saving money, that I was kind of at a crossroads with trying to save more money so that I can really save up for a house and do some things that I want to do in my life. I got some really great tips from that video, as well as from people in my life, my friends, family, that I kind of posed the question to. And y'all, I'm on the right track as far as what I'm doing. What I've been doing is I've been working overtime lately because I am trying to save and hopefully get me a little condo or townhouse by the end of this year. But what I've been doing is having $500 per check go straight into a savings account, and it's an online savings account that I cannot touch. Like, to get money I would have to transfer and do all these extra steps, so I'm kind of just putting it out of sight, out of mind. That's the first thing I started to do, which I've been doing for the last few paychecks. I really want to get to the point where I'm like using one check to pay all my bills and like saving the whole other check, like just literally saving it. That would be my ultimate goal, but you know, that's really hard to do, especially when you're a spender like me. I don't hurt for money at all, but I like to buy things. As you can probably see from my channel, it's kind of a struggle sometimes not buying things, particularly clothes, shoes. I also like to travel and stuff like that, so it can be a struggle trying to save some money, y'all. It can be kind of tough, you know. And I have a man, he's more of a saver, so, and I'm more of a spender. So I told him, you gotta rub off on me a little bit. But those are some of the things I'm doing. I also opened up a couple of CDs using some money that I already had saved, so that they can build up faster. And also there's a penalty to withdraw those, so that money is just in there for the period that it's supposed to be in there, and I can't touch it unless I want to be penalized, and I don't want to be penalized. I don't want nothing costing me no money, okay, at this point. So I did that. Just did a few things, but yeah, I'm on the right path to try to save money, guys. It's so hard, especially when you weren't like raised and taught about money growing up. Like, we never really had the money conversation in my household, you know. And so I didn't really learn about money until I got older. Like, I'm still learning, and you know, I'm grown, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I just feel lost when it comes to like money and investing and knowing just how money flows and everything. Sometimes I feel like I'm not completely with it, but the good thing about life is that you can always learn, and I am definitely on the road to learning. I have bought some really great books. I'll share those with you guys towards the end of this video, but I purchased some books just so I can learn more about how money flows, how money grows, income, property, stocks and bonds, all that kind of stuff. You know, what is best for me, a person who doesn't have a whole lot of money, say, that I can just go and throw into something and triple it, or, you know, buy houses and flip them, that kind of thing. What are my options to save and build up a nice nest egg for myself? So I've been doing my research, y'all, and I'm on the right track. So let me get a bite of this food so we can move on from that. I don't want to dig too much into money because, you know, money is a touchy subject for us all. let's get on to our next topic. I want to talk about, similar to money, gains and losses, but we're talking about weight, y'all. I got issues right now, okay? We're already in March 2019, and I have probably worked out twice this year. And like, I really had a mission and a goal to like really start going hard in the gym at the beginning of this year, to get back on a good eating plan, to maybe try keto or something suitable to help me to shed the extra pounds that I've gained during the holidays. Y'all, I have taken zero strides to do any of that, okay? I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's lack of motivation, lack of energy. The overtime that's available to me at work is a distraction, because it's like I'm thinking I should take my days off and actually use them to work out and, you know, healthier living. But I'm thinking, oh, the money I could be making right now. It's so hard, you guys. But I have not been working out. I've gained so much weight. I don't even weigh myself because I don't even want to know how much it is. I can tell by the way I look. I can tell by the folds of my arms, this little fat pockets right here. Okay, all that you can just feel when you, okay, stuff is getting tighter. Even me sitting here like this, I can feel this bulge right here. I did not have that at the beginning of last year. So I am really kind of starting to stress about my weight now, because I don't want to get too big. About 10 years ago, I lost 85 pounds. When you lose that kind of weight, you don't want to see it come back. You know, it's kind of scary. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be that big again. So I'm really struggling with like my weight. Is anybody else out there struggling with getting started on a healthy weight loss plan this year? Like, I feel like I'm not the only one for some reason. Like this year, I'm just not with it as far as like eating healthy, working out and stuff like that. I really got to find my way out of this rut, you guys, because it's just not cool. And I don't want to have a fat summer. You know, I want my videos, I want to look good in my videos. And when I look at them now, I'm kind of seeing like a lot of stomach in my videos. You know, when you're on a social media platform and you putting yourself out there, it's like you start to feel insecure and things that you wouldn't normally feel, you know. And so I gotta reel this in. And I think that's the thing, the difference between people who get like really big and those who kind of put themselves in check when they feel themselves growing. I want to be that person who puts myself in check, you guys. So I just want to share that. I am like struggling with my health and fitness goals. I made a wonderful health and fitness video for you guys, and the reason why I haven't posted it is because it would be a lie, you know. And I'm not just an outright liar like that. Like, I feel like I cannot post this video until I really get on a health and fitness journey, you know. Like, I'm really taking the steps to lose this weight, get in shape, tone up, do the things I want to do. So I'm not gonna perpetrate and lie and post that video knowing that I'm not doing anything but eating beans and rice and Mexican food. Okay. So I want to know, what advice can you guys give me? Like, is anybody else going through a rut right now this year? Like, it's already the beginning of March and I haven't started on any type of, you know, fitness goals, nothing. I cannot be alone in this, you guys. Please share in the comments if you're kind of on the same boat as me. You haven't really started doing anything, or maybe you kind of started and now you've stopped already. Let's talk about it, because I know I'm not alone, and you know, sharing is caring. Let's come together about this subject and figure out how we can get out of our rut and start working on our health and fitness goals for 2019. It is not too late. We still got 9 months in this year, y'all. We got time to do what we got to do. But yeah, I am like really struggling. Like, my clothes are getting tighter. I'm just not feeling the way I'm looking right now. You know, I love myself, my man loves me, but at the same time, you still want to feel good in your clothes for you. You know what I'm saying? For me, I want to feel good for me. And that's why I really need to do something about this, because I'm not liking the way I'm feeling right now. So yeah, that's something that's heavy on my mind. Getting myself in shape, really eating better, taking better care of myself. You know, I'm getting older. I just had a birthday in January. It's time. It's time. So yeah, let's talk about that in the comments, you guys. What's going on as far as y'all health and fitness goals? Are you losing weight? Are you working out? Are you doing all the things you set out to do this year as far as your health and fitness? Or are you like me, in a rut, moving slow, getting that wheel turning really slow? Let's talk about it. And let's talk about what we can do to get ourselves out of this rut and start moving along the path of better health and fitness in 2019. So I definitely am gonna start doing some meal prep videos when I do get the energy and get the drive going. I want to do that. I have a great idea of how I'm gonna do those videos, what I'm gonna be doing. It's a fantastic idea, but I'm not gonna do it until I'm absolutely committed. So that's gonna be something that's coming up on my channel. I'm gonna call it Meal Prep Like a Pro, but it's gonna be a really fun series once I just get myself going, get committed, and do it. So that's coming up on my channel. Now let's move on to our next subject, you guys. Kind of a touchy one. I want to talk about wigs, makeup, weave, all that good stuff. Does wearing that stuff mean you don't like yourself? Let me get a few bites in and then we're gonna talk about that. Y'all, this is so good. Like you want to dance like when you was a kid and something was good. Let's get into our next topic, you guys, and that is talking about wigs, weaves, and makeup. I had a little mini debate with somebody, a guy that I'm good friends with, about women who wear wigs, weave, and makeup, and whether or not they like themselves, whether or not wearing that stuff is a sign of low self-esteem. Now, of course, my position, because I wear wigs, weaves, makeup, all that, my position is that no, it doesn't mean you have low self-esteem. It doesn't mean that you don't like yourself or that you don't like the attributes you were born with. It is enhancements. There are men who weren't born muscular that go to the gym and build muscles. They get ripped up. That's an enhancement. You weren't born like that. You weren't naturally like that. You build those muscles, right? I mean, there are some people who are born naturally really muscular, but most people go to the gym and work for them, right? That's an enhancement. You getting your hair cut, that's an enhancement. I mean, like, there's things people want to separate it like, oh, this is taking something away and this is adding something or whatever. This is different. It's not different. Wearing weaves and makeup and wigs or whatever you wear, whatever enhancements you wear, lashes, whatever, doesn't mean you don't like yourself. Those to me are enhancements, you know? And I think that there is a threshold or a line that you can cross where it can be a sign of low self-esteem. If you're like obsessed, if your self-esteem is based on how you look, if you feel like you can't carry out your life without having your hair done, your nails done, your lashes on, I can't go to work, then maybe it is something that you need to check into as far as getting some therapy or something like that. But if you just use it as an enhancement to enhance the beauty that you already have, what's the problem? What's the problem with me putting on a little makeup? You know what I'm saying? I still love me without makeup. I look cute. I look younger without it, you know? So that was just something that came up for me that I wanted to share with you guys. Like, what do you think about that? Like, are you a naturalista? Totally respect naturalistas. I'm a naturalista most days of my life. I don't wear any makeup to work. I don't do anything to myself like that. So I'm a naturalista most of the time, but when I get on camera, I want to be dolled up, okay? I want to be snatched, like they say. Is there something wrong with that, you guys? Don't mind the sound. That's my heater coming on. It's kind of a crank up heater. It's kind of loud. Excuse that if you guys hear that, but I'm gonna keep on going. But what do you think? What do you think? Do you think you wearing a weave or wearing makeup or getting your nails done, doing different things to yourself, enhancing the beauty you already have, means you have low self-esteem? Do you believe that? Because I don't believe that at all. I think there is a threshold. Even honestly, I talked about plastic surgery before. I don't even think plastic surgery is, honestly. I think that sometimes life is short. You know, if you don't like certain things and there's a way to fix it, fix it. As long as it doesn't control your life, it doesn't control your thoughts, it doesn't control how you interact with other people, how you carry out your life, you're able to go through your normal daily functions, you're normal, you know? If things are stopping you from living your life, maybe it is an issue that goes beyond enhancements or just simple things that you're doing. You know, maybe it is something deeper that you need to deal with. But to me, most people just use those things as enhancements. It doesn't mean they don't like themselves without them, you know? And I hate the idea of people trying to make it like you're suffering from low self-esteem or something's wrong with you because you choose to wear those things, you know? Or people who make it like, oh, you don't need that. Like, you don't need all that. It's like, shut up. I don't need your input either. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm good. We good over here. But yeah, what do you guys think about that? Like, do you think that stuff is like a sign of low self-esteem or a sign that a person doesn't like what they were born with? Like people who get tans, you know, it doesn't mean you don't like your complexion, or people who wear makeup that's a different complexion to make themselves look more tan. Is that an issue? You know, like, to me, no. You know, you're born with like really pale skin and you want to add some color, what's the big deal? I don't know. I can't. People take some things way too deep for me sometimes, but I just want to talk about that and see what you guys think. Let me know in the comments what you have to say about that little debate. I would love to show this video to my friends and show him the comments so he can see you tripping, okay? Now we're gonna move on to the next topic. I wanted to talk to you guys about YouTube reviews. Controversial topic. Can you trust YouTube reviews? Let's talk about it. Okay, y'all. Let me finish chewing. I don't want to be too rude. This food is good. It's so garlicky and buttery. Like, it's so bad, but so good. The next thing I wanted to talk about with you guys is YouTube reviews. Now, you guys are watching my channel, most of you. You know, I haven't really gotten into reviews. I do clothing hauls, and I kind of talk about the clothing that I buy. I spend my own money on those clothes. None of those clothes are given to me ever. So far, I have gotten 0 sponsors. The sponsorship offers that I have gotten are not clothes that I will wear. So because I just refuse to play that game with some of these companies and like straight out come on here lying about their clothes. And so I've gotten emails, you know, would you do a review on our clothes? And I'm just looking at the website like, nah. But I want to talk about like YouTube reviews. Do you guys trust YouTube reviews? Like when it's a sponsored ad or review, like how do you guys feel about that? Because I've had a bad experience recently where somebody did a review and I ordered that product and it happened to be hair, and the hair was so effing bad that I was just like, what the hell? Like, it arrived bad. It wasn't that kind of hair that like went bad after you wear it for a little while and it kind of detangle and ball up along your neck. No, it was bad out the pack. Like, and I was thinking, are they sending them different hair than they're sending the rest of us? Or did that person just outright lie? I mean, it's curly hair. How do you F up curly hair? Curly hair is everywhere. Like, it shouldn't be, you know, you shouldn't get curly hair and it arrive in a damn ball that you can't comb out. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, why did I even, and of course, it's shipped from another country. I'm not gonna go through the steps of returning it. It costs damn near more to return it than it did to ship it almost. So I'm not finna go through all that. You know, I left a shitty review about the hair and then of course it was an issue, but at the same time I'm just like, did the person who reviewed this product really believe that it was good? And it just makes me question whether or not some of these sponsored videos that people are doing with like these hair companies and stuff like that, if they're legit at all. Like, do you trust YouTube reviews and ads and stuff, like where the person lets you know up front that it's an ad? Like, do you trust that? Because like they're getting paid. I just wonder, like I've seen some people who I really genuinely feel are impartial when they do their reviews. Like, they are giving an honest review. There's certain people on YouTube that give honest reviews. You can just tell because they'll say the negative stuff about it. They'll like straight out let it out. But then others, it's like everything on their channel is good. Oh, it fits perfect. Oh, it's this, da, 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 da. Do you guys trust that? You know, just as an influencer myself, I really would like to know, because me personally, what you're not gonna find on this channel is me reviewing bullshit. I have a real job, I have a real income, and I don't need to do that. I don't need those type of sponsorships where I'm on here blatantly lying to friends, family, my subscribers about products that I know are bogus. You know, I'm just not gonna open that door ever because it's not necessary for me. But I just wonder, like, do you guys trust these reviews? I will never trust a review. I don't, they gotta really do extra. I mean, I don't even know. I don't know, y'all. Okay, never say never, but at the same time, I'm just like, I'm irritated. When you spend $140 something on some bullshit hair and it turns out to be like a string of hair on a whole track. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into it. I wish I would have brought it in here so I could show it to y'all, but I just wonder, like, do you guys trust YouTube reviews when there's like a paid sponsored ad? Do you trust them? I had to ask that question on here, you guys. I just want to know, because I think people are starting to do things on YouTube that are just not credible or not right. Like representing themselves a certain way, people using all these beauty filters and stuff over their lenses to make themselves look a certain way. Like, now we got a thunderstorm going on. Y'all, I swear, anytime I sit down and get ready to film, I feel like Sealy in Color Purple. Like, the lawn needs mowing, the trees need a trimming, the lawn needs a cutting, the dishes need a washing. I'm like, it's always like a bunch of noise. Anyway, there's like a freaking thunderstorm, which never happens in California, but yeah. Anyway, y'all, I just had to ask about the reviews. Do you trust YouTube reviews? How do you feel about them? How do you feel about all these gimmicky videos people are putting out now, where it's just like trying to sell you something the whole time? I'm irritated with it, but as you can see. Anyway, we gotta move on to the next topic. I wanted to talk to you guys about pathological liars. Like, of course, this kind of ties into the whole Jussie Smollett thing. I just wonder, like, I've been reading up on it, you know, talking to people about it, watching some of the videos, I watched his interview, stuff like that, and I just wonder sometimes, like, you know, we all lie once in a while. You know, everybody lies sometime, okay? Most of us who are normal and who have morals lie to save our asses or to save somebody else, meaning to save them, their self-esteem, to not hurt them. You may tell a little white lie, you know, or to save your ass. You know, your boss comes up to you, you're late. Yeah, it was an accident on my freeway, or, you know, my dog got out, I had to look for him this morning, or it's not good. It's not good. But it's not the worst lie you can tell. It's not just a lie you just came up with that I'm just gonna wake up today and just tell a bunch of fucking lies. You didn't do that. Ooh, it's really thundering out there, y'all. It's kind of freaky. But like, you didn't just wake up and say I'm a lie, or you didn't just cook up some lie like just to get sympathy or something like that. Like, I really wonder sometimes. I know some people who I believe are pathological liars, meaning they lie for no reason at all. And I wonder, is it almost like a mental illness? When people just lie, like they just, like you just apologize, like you just, you ain't apologize, you apologize. I don't know where I got that from. But like people who just lie, like just off the bat, like for no reason. Nobody's, you know, after them. Nobody's, you know, trying to get them. They just tell a lie, and it's not to save their ass, not to save anybody else, not to save face. They just lie. And I wonder if that's what Jussie did in this situation. Like, I'm like, he needs help. He needs help. A lot of people are coming up with these like big conspiracy theories that is more to it, it's more behind it. It's definitely possible, because there's a lot of things going on out there that we just don't know about, we're not privy to, that are cooking behind the scenes. Ooh, y'all. Ooh, y'all. Okay. It's still winter here. It's still winter. We're having a real winter here in California. But anyway, I'm just wondering, like, is lying, like being a pathological liar, a mental illness? Like, what do you guys think? Do you know any pathological liars, like people who just lie for no reason? Like, they just tell a lie and you happen to know it's a lie. In the back of your mind, you're thinking, why is she lying? Or why is he lying? Why? Why did they make that up? What's wrong with them? Why did they cook that up in their head? Like, have you ever had that experience? I sometimes wonder, like, what type of treatment could you give a person who just makes up lies, like, for no reason whatsoever? Like, how do you help somebody like that? And do you think the Jussie situation is a case of somebody being a pathological liar? I know that people say he had a motive. You know, some people say it was about the show, and, you know, he wanted to gain some clout, and his concert wasn't selling well, and he wanted to sell out. It sold out right after. So some people say he had that motive to lie. But at the same time, there's so many other things he could have came up with. There's other scenarios he could have come up with. You know, I don't know, just things he could have done that weren't to this extent, you know, where you're just making up if somebody attacked you and the whole MAGA thing and this and that. It seems like Jussie shouldn't be believed about much else in his life. Like, you know, and I know the story is still to be determined whether or not he did lie, but I do believe he lied. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I believe he lied. I believe it's all gonna come out, but I just wonder, like, why? You know, I've been in a relationship with somebody who was a pathological liar. He lied so much that it made me question his sanity. And so when I saw Jussie, like, up there telling the story, and then all this stuff came out after, I'm just thinking, my God, does he remind me of him? I was thinking, good Lord, this man used to lie so much through his damn teeth. Oh, I couldn't believe nothing that came out of his mouth, y'all. And I don't know why the hell I was there. That was a low point in my life. Don't ask any questions. But it didn't last long, I can tell you that. But yeah, I was just wondering about that. Like, what do you guys think about that? Pathological liars. Like, are they usually just mentally something wrong with them? Or, you know, are they narcissists? What do you think about people like that? And do you know people like that? I've known people like that my whole life. I've known classmates, co-workers like that that just lie. I'm doing this, I'm going here. Nobody asks them anything. They just volunteer the lie. They're just volunteer liars. So just wonder about that, you know. Why do people lie for no reason? Riddle me that, you guys. Now let's move on to our next topic. Let me take a few bites. Y'all, this storm is out here kicking for real. I'm just sitting here trying to talk with y'all, and this storm is flaring the hell up out there. Alright, so I wanted to end this video on a positive note. I want to talk about travel. Like, I want to know from you guys in the comments, what is you guys' bucket list destinations? Like, where are the places that you want to go, like, before you leave this earth, that you just want to see in person, y'all? I have a few destinations like that. I've actually been fortunate enough to go to a couple of them, but I still have a lot more that I want to do. One of them that I've always wanted to go to was Dubai, and I've always wanted to go there before the whole Instagram chicks going out there to get shitted on thing came out. Y'all, I'm not gonna get all into it, but they say they be going out there to get paid racks and get treated like crap and, you know, screw and get shitted on and all kind of stuff. That's the joke. That's the running joke or whatever. But before all that, I've always wanted to go to Dubai. And so I'm actually going to be going later this year in October. So that's another destination that I can check off my bucket list. But I also want to go to India, you know, Bombay. I want to go to Australia. There's like a few places that I really want to go. I want to go to Thailand. I want to go to the Philippines. Yeah, there's a few places. Peru, just naming them off. They're like popping up in my head right now. Those are all places that I really want to go. And of course, Africa. I've always wanted to go to Africa. I have not been, but I really want to go to Africa. So just a few places. But what are your bucket list travel destinations? Like, where do you guys want to go, you know, see? And do you want to go as like a girls trip, as a couples trip, as a family trip, like with your kids? Are there certain places that you personally prefer to go with like your girls, and then other places you prefer to go with like your man, and then other places with your family as a whole, like the kids and everything? Or are you the kind of person who you want your kids to see everything you go and see? Like, I just wonder about that, especially since I'm kind of moving towards having a family myself soon and everything like that. I wonder, like, because in my mind, you know, I've been single all this time. Y'all know a girl is, you know, I'm in my late 30s, so it's like I've been single all this time. So in my mind, most trips, I think of girls trips, you know. But now I gotta try to like reprogram myself to think of couples trips and family trips eventually. Like, you know, lugging the baby on the plane and all that stuff, and you know, me on the plane, I'll be thinking, oh Lord, when somebody walking in with a baby, I'll be thinking, oh, I hope they sit next to me. No, I'm just kidding. I love babies. But you know, that's gonna be me, you know what I'm saying, eventually. But what do you guys think about that? Like, are your travel destinations more tailored towards like a girls trip, couples trip, family trips, things like that? And what are your travel destinations that you want to go to? Like, what's your bucket list travel destinations? Let's talk about it in the comments. Tell me where they are, tell me why, tell me when, and if you plan to go soon, if you're planning it now, if you're planning it for like a milestone birthday, things like that. Like, I really want to hear about it. I love travel, and I love to talk about travel, y'all. I swear, if I ever like blow up on YouTube, I am gonna have me a separate travel channel, you guys, because I just love traveling. Ugh. People who get to travel, like YouTubers and stuff that really get to travel and like all these sponsored vacations, they are so effing lucky. Like, I really hope they freaking appreciate their lives, because I'll be watching that shit like, what I wouldn't give, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love to travel. I even love just packing my stuff. Like, I love packing my stuff. I'm the kind of person who had a suitcase laid out 2-3 weeks before the trip. Like, you nerd, like, you got your shit out a month ahead of time. You damn right I want to look at it every day and start adding my little stuff to it, because I just love to travel so much. I've never been afraid on a plane ever. Even I've been through some of the worst turbulence ever on a plane. I've never been afraid. I love being on planes. I just have no issue with it, you know, unless you have somebody next to you that's funky or weird. It kind of can be like, oh God. But I've never really had a bad experience, so I just love traveling, y'all. And I want to know, where do y'all want to go, when, and with whom? Let's talk about that in the comments. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish digging into this food. We got our storm going on out here in LA. It's tripping, the weather's tripping, I'm tripping, we all tripping, okay? But I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video here, and I will see y'all on the next episode of Couch Chronicles. Love y'all so much. See you on the next video. Bye.